What's up, guys? It's Mike, and today we're gonna have some fun with my Instapot. So for Christmas, I got the 8-quart Instapot, and I was like, man, I'm gonna start doing some videos showing some people some recipes. So today we're going to do the Instapot chicken, broccoli, rice casserole, and I'll show you all those ingredients coming up now. Alright, guys, so our ingredients for the recipe are going to be a tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of butter. Then we have a pound and a half of chicken breasts cut up and cubed. And we have kosher salt, which was 1 1/4 teaspoons, a half teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of onion powder. Then it calls for thyme leaves, but we're not going to use that. Don't really care for that, not my thing. But then it also calls for 3 cloves of garlic, which I don't have out yet. But then we have a cup and a half of long grain white rice, well rinsed, and I rinsed that off for probably about 5 minutes to make sure we got everything off of it. And then we have 2.5 cups of chicken broth, unsalted. And at the end, we'll have our broccoli that we'll put in and our cheddar cheese that we'll put in. All right, so now since we have our ingredients together, now we're gonna start putting things in and get things cooking. So first thing we need to do with our Instapot, of course, is take the lid off, set it over here, and then we need to set our setting to saute. Saute button is amazing. Now it told us it's on, so now we need to add our olive oil and butter. Tablespoon of olive oil. Then our 2 tablespoons of butter, unsalted butter. And guys, this melts pretty fast. Butter's ready and melted. Now we add our chicken, our pound and a half of cut up chicken. And with adding that, we will add our salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion, and if we were using it, we would add our thyme. These are all of our seasonings mixed together right here. And we're mixing all that up, waiting for our chicken to go from pink to white. Oh, yep, we need smell-o-vision right now, people. It smells so good with the garlic and the onion powder. And we're waiting for the outside of our chicken to just turn white so that we can then add our minced garlic. Just waiting on a couple more pieces to turn white. Woo-wee! Smells so good. Time to add our minced garlic. Alright, so now we're going to add in our rice and our chicken broth. And remember, your rice is well rinsed. And to make sure we get all of our rice out of the bowl, I'm going to pour some of the chicken broth in the bowl. to get that out. Now the recipe says to make sure you press the chicken and the rice into the bowl or into the bottom up under the chicken broth very well so it can get all the moisture. So now our next step is to put the lid on. And got a little splash on my shirt, guys. So I have to turn off the saute setting. So push cancel. Now we are going to make sure our steaming knob, our quick release knob, is to ceiling. And yep, it's to ceiling. And we're gonna do the pressure cook. Manual setting on high for 3 minutes. High pressure, go down to 3 minutes. And if we got it set and done right, it'll tell us in a few seconds. And it's on. So it's going to pressurize. And once we pressurize, we'll see the red knob pop up. Instapot is set to ceiling, and we're waiting for the pressure to hit up so we can get that going. Trying to get the reflection out of you guys' eyes. There we go. And it's on. Boom. High. Boom. Now it's just a waiting game. One of the things I have to do while the rice and chicken are cooking up, I have to get out my 2 pounds of broccoli and run that up under cold water so that it will thaw out. You don't want to put that in the beginning because if you do that, your broccoli will turn to mush. Alright guys, so what I'm doing right now is just rinsing out my broccoli with hot water, not cold water like I said a few minutes ago. And just getting it thawed out so that when it gets into the Instapot, it will just continue to cook with the heat and be good to go. Alright guys, so our red knob is up and letting us know it's pressurized. So our countdown has started. Our broccoli is ready and thawed to be going in once everything is done. We're going to let it sit undisturbed for 10 minutes. We're going to turn off the pot. We're not going to use the keep warm. We're going to turn it off for 10 minutes. And I'll set a timer for 10 minutes. Alright guys, so we have just about a minute left as far as the natural release of the heat is concerned. So what we're doing now is once that natural release time is up, we'll do what we call is venting, or what is called venting. I don't call it that, but that's what, the Instapot people call it. It's called venting. And then all the rest of the pressure will come out, and we will add all the pressure will come out, and once the pin drops, this little red pin over here that I showed you guys earlier, once it drops, we will add the cheese. We'll stir in the cheese, and then we will stir in our broccoli florets, close the lid so the broccoli can get finish using the residual heat of the chicken and the rice to set itself up, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, that's our timer. So we're gonna venting release, and we're just waiting for the pin to drop. So the first time that I did the venting, it scared me a little, even though their instructions said, hey, it's going to be loud, and it's going to be a psst. Yeah, I jumped. I did. Almost there. Have you guys done anything in the Instapot? Do you have one? If you have one, how do you like it? So all the high pressure is out, and now it's just finishing up, and the pin just dropped. So it'll let us open it up. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. Gonna put our cheese in. Stir that up. Just making sure that's all the way through. Woo. And now our broccoli. All right. There we go. Continue to cook the broccoli in here with the residual heat. And yeah, we'll show you guys later on what this looks like. All right, guys, so this is the finished product. It looks and smells so good. Chicken, cheese, rice, and broccoli. Ooh, lots of cheese.